There's work going on the outside of the house that has been much anticipated, so I'm just going to show you things. Five Below. I saw this, pretty sure on Temu, and I wanted it because look how flat it folds, and I'm trying to find stuff for the playpen that folds really nice and flat so that when I put it away, it's not taking up a ton of space. With the exception being like wine racks and like 2 plastic toddler toys. So I grabbed that. I think it was $12. I really want to open it though, so let's do that. So I'm going to see how sturdy it is. Okay, yeah, it's like soft and fuzzy on the inside. There, I'm going to cut this doodah off. But the rats can definitely climb that easily. I don't think these panels are removable, but I could easily cut this open and put a zipper in the top. That's just me. And then I could wash this outer. Excuse me. But I am very excited about this because I feel like it'll be a really good option for them. And look how nice that folds. Sort of for the rats, but mostly for me, is this bag from Walmart. I am going to be putting my toy supplies in it. I take a lot of my stuff for my rats with me so that when we're sitting in like a doctor's appointment, I have something to do. So I bought this to put it in because the backpack I've been using doesn't open wide enough to put some things in. I also scored these on clearance. There's 10 of them for less than $1 each. My rats love these for enrichment. So I bought 2 packs of these, so I have 20. And then this was $1, and it's just like a vinyl tablecloth type thing. But I'm thinking I can get several pieces to do for backdrops for our photos. It looks like there's brick and there's flowers, and I can also maybe cut one near both. So that would give me at least 3, maybe more depending on the size. I gotta open it up, see how many I can get out of it. But you know, for $1, that's a really good price. I may put some of these in my Etsy shop for other people. If you're a breeder buddy and you know who you are, hit me up and I'll just drop one in the mail for you because I probably can fold it up and fit it in an envelope, which is pretty cheap. Be happy to just share with y'all. But anyhow, that's what I got from Walmart. Ingles. This isn't for the rats, that just needed to come upstairs. So I needed more stuff for their food mix. We've got more pearl barley. They didn't have enough last time when I bought it. Brown rice flour. I was looking and I used to give them their vitamins in rice baby food. And do you know that rice cereal baby food is literally just ground up, dried, cooked rice? So I'm going to try this. Gluten-free, good quality. I think that'll work really well. And then I can make my own rice cereal, basically. And this is way cheaper, and it's not Gerber. I don't like supporting Gerber. Their CEO is a jerk. That's my political drama for now. We've got tricolor quinoa because I was out of that. I found these for the veggie blend. It's just dried mushrooms. I'm going to break these up and put them in with my veggies, and I don't have to dry them so my house won't smell bad. This was a little pricey, but I'm going to put this in the whole mix of veggies, and they won't get all of it in a sitting. What else? Those are for me. Okay, what's this? Chia seeds. Best price I've found for chia seeds is this brand. It is less than, it's not like double the price for double the items, but it's like a little more than 1.25 times the price. I don't know. Anyhow, it's the best price. I'm not a math person. I have dyscalculia, legitimately diagnosed, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then these guys did not come from Ingles, but I've been saving them and wanted to show y'all. So my plan is to use these to do like macrame nets, and I thought these would be really great on the ends, especially since I have multiples that are fairly close to the same size. I actually have a stash in my closet too, because I just keep saving them and then not getting to it. But that's the plan for these guys. Thought I'd mention that in case anybody else is saving stuff and wants ideas. I just think these would be great, and I'm pretty sure that they would wash through the washing machine. You'd have to hang them to dry, and if you washed on cold, I think they'd survive. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. This one even opens, which is kind of wild. I don't know how that's useful, but, you know, So everybody's got different ideas for stuff. So maybe that's useful for you. These were from clothing. I think these were swimwear, and those were leggings from Walmart. So sharing that. This is technically like construction fencing, but look. I'm going to try using them as bridges. I had some we took down and I washed it, and we're going to see how it holds up. So I was at Goodwill and I bought this for the rats. This is one of those IKEA bag holders. You're supposed to mount it on the wall like that and put your plastic bags in it. But this is a great rat toy. It's kind of a rat cage staple, and I've never had one, believe it or not, in almost 7 years of rat ownership. And I found this for $2, so I grabbed it. I kind of want to get a few more, but I got it because I think if I throw a blanket over it, they will think this is so fun in the playpen. And it's really nice plastic, so it should. I already scrubbed it, and it cleans so easily. I definitely would like some more. Great find. I also got a bag of corks, and yeah, I don't have a picture of that right now. I'll throw it up on the screen here. Those are the things I got for the rats from Goodwill. I also bought this giant cat cage for them. Hardware clothed it. I bought a sheet of metal to go in the bottom and make a 5-inch tall base tray. So that was a huge undertaking. It took me like 4 days to get that set up. The cage itself was in rough shape. Why is my phone making noise? So that was a project. It was in very rough shape. I sanded the crap out of it for 2 days to get it looking like it does, and I still miss some rusty spots, but it's safe for the rats to live in, and they seem very happy with it. And now my main boy colony lives there, and then the work in progress boys live here. So I don't remember how many is in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 in here right now. 2 of those will hopefully get to move to new digs very soon. So that was a project. From Amazon. Because of that project, I needed more of these white binder things here. I use those to cover the openings for the doors, and I ran out, so I really need to do the bottom of this door here and around that top edge, which is going to be fun since it's a curve, but we're going to do our best. Just because some of the edges are a little pokey and I don't like reaching in and possibly scratching myself. So I'm going to do that one. This one doesn't need many, but I would like some right here because that's sharp, and right here on the inside edge, not on the door itself, but on this part. So that's that one. And then I also went ahead and bought more of these. This price is just really good, and my rats absolutely love these. So I wanted to get some more so I can make more toys with them. They just think these are great, and they're really enjoying them. They might like them more than Apple would. So that's what I got them from Amazon. Lastly, we have Ingles. So this bin is going to go inside the cage in this middle area. Also, let me just share with you the irony of DIY, because I bought this because it was cheaper than making new bin cages, but because of everything I've spent in time and this stuff, I don't think it was actually cheaper. It was definitely the same price as making bin cages. But this is going to go up here in this top area so that I can actually keep bedding in it. Because right now there's a bath mat, which works, but it's not really the best. And I don't have very many of them since I use them in my playpen. So that's going to get fastened to the bars with nuts and bolts and washers and held in place, and it's going to take up a good chunk of that so that they have an extra whole section of floor space, and it will make it a little easier for me to fall break it in 2 parts. But then I also got, if I can get the bin open, I packed everything in here. Puffed rice because I was running out. The batteries aren't for the rats. They needed some Heritage Flakes cereal. Okay, these are not exactly for the rats. They're mostly for me, but they're for tools that I use for rat stuff. So my hands blister and peel very easily, and I saw a trick to wrap your crochet hook handles in this. I want to try it for my smaller pliers, just because I got so many sores on my fingers, usually right here, when I was using them on this project. And I thought, you know, these are colors I like, I'll use those. These guys, I'm going to drill holes in and use them in here as well to put a little bit of pelleted litter in, and they will go in various places. So I've got 3 of these longer ones. Look how nice that's going to be. It takes up a good chunk of space. That's pretty true to size. So those will be great. I like the clear ones because I can see my rats. They do tend to get scratched, but these are really thick. They're made for kitchen organization, which is funny. I guess I'll organize my rats with them. Okay, and then we've got more food stuff. So rice checks. My Ingles didn't have a store brand. The cat food that I use for my girls. However, I did find another couple of brands I want to try in my spreadsheet and see if they would be able to work out, because this is expensive and the other 2 had very similar ingredients, also grain-free and no byproducts, but were like half the cost. So I want to try those and see how that maths out. But for now, we get the same thing. Then I also got millet again, and I think these are lentils. Yes, lentils. This is for me because I love Starry. So that's what I got for the rats from Ingles. Right, today is the 16th. So this is a TikTok shop order. My other fountain that I just got like 2-3 months ago just decided to stop working. It will light up, it will say it's working, but it's not pumping water. I've replaced the pump, I've tried charging it multiple times. It just doesn't want to work, and I am not electrically skilled enough to be able to fix it. I'm not getting rid of it right now, but it's put up. So I got this one, which is like nearly the same thing. It's also supposed to be wireless. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. Let's get it out. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. So it's extremely similar. Let's see. Stainless steel, just like the other one. Simple cleaning mechanism. Okay. This. Okay, I'm annoyed because it's supposed to be cordless, and this is not cordless. I thought I bought a cordless one. This goes in here. Has a cutout for the cord. That goes like that. But it's definitely not cordless, so I need to double check my order stuff. Because I really don't want one that is not. I do like the way it looks, but I need to double check that, because if I ordered it with a cord on purpose, then cool. But that limits where I can put it in the playpen. It means I usually have to put it in a corner so that I can cover the cord with PVC. And I don't like doing that, honestly. It's just annoying. It makes it harder to be able to do things the way I want. So anyhow, that's TikTok shop. I'm a mess because I've been outside for hours doing projects, and I'm sweaty and gross, and I've also dealt with rats. I have marker all over my hands. But I just checked my order. I did not order a wireless one. I don't remember why that is, but I ordered the one with the cord on purpose because I just checked. So that's on me. I'm gonna have to find where my pipe has gone to run the cord through and figure out how to plug it in. Because right now I have all the corners on my pen blocked so that the rats cannot chew them. So we'll have to see. That will mean that I have to rearrange my playpen, but you know, it is what it be. They need their fountain. They love having the fountain. So I'm probably going to have to take the cat wheel out for a little while and put the fountain and some other stuff in instead. They'll appreciate that. They like the cat wheel, but I think it's better to not have in the playpen all the time. So that's what I'm thinking so far. You'll next time see Rats playing with the fountain again. I bought these specifically because they fit inside really nicely. I don't want them necessarily to thread because I think that's going to make my life more complicated. So the plan is to run the cord through, and I did test this in the store. It does all fit like so. It's just that that is a square item in a round hole, so it's going to take it a second. And we can pull this through. And like I said, I don't want them tight because I want to be able to take them apart really easily later if I want to. This way. And then I need this piece. And thankfully, someone had done me a favor and opened these before I got there. So I was easily able to put pieces together to find exactly what I needed. So now, my plan is I can pull this nice and smooth and get it exactly where I want on the floor, like so, and run it out a corner, and there's no access for rats. And I think to hold this in place, I'm probably going to use, I have some putty for like, oh, what is it for? Posters. I think that's what I'm going to use, because that will hold it. I think so. And then it will be fine. These pieces I'm not too worried about because they're not really going very far. They're nested inside. They might wiggle a little. They're not going far. So let's find that and get it set up. I'm almost done. I'm very excited to put everybody in it. There's going to be, that little shelf is going to go here so they can stand there when I open the door. And this is going to be for my main boys. And I'm very, very excited. It is a little bit wider than my bin cages. Definitely slightly taller. This was definitely a labor of love. In the future, if I was going to do this, I would do it completely differently. I would not buy one and refurbish it. I would just buy one in good condition and hardware cloth over it, because this was so annoying to do. I also would not do these in small panels. I'd just do it as one big one. I did each one individually, which has killed my poor hands. You can't even see it. They're so dry. But this is what it's looking like. And I'm so happy. I have many things to show you today that I've bought. And I'm going to preface any squeaking noises you hear with saying I have babies and they are dramatic. So first up, we have Dollar Tree. I bought 2 of these very cute leafy cutout baskets. My girl rats, some of them do chew these, but that's okay. They're cheap, easy to replace if so. And I liked that color because it's a different shade of green than what I normally have. I also bought this. It's supposed to be for utensils, but I'm going to use it in my emergency bin because I have a few things I need to find easily, and I like them separated, but they keep getting lost. So I'm going to put them in this inside the bin. Excessive, but it makes me happy. Not at all necessary. Okay, these were in the 4th of July stuff. They're like paper fans. There's 3 of them for $1.25. You can tell they're paper, like if you look at them. So that's a good price. I will probably hang them up slightly differently. I usually put a clip still on these, but yeah, $1.25 for 3 pieces of enrichment is pretty good. And then these guys, I have a video on making a toy for adding forging materials in using clips, but look, these already are decorated, so you don't have to decorate them. They come with rope, so literally all you have to do is wrap the end of the twine in tape so you can thread it through that part of the clips, and hang it up. And look how cute these will be. I mean, that is like a whole rat toy for $1.25 and barely any effort. So if you look for these, they're in the craft department, I think is where I found them. So definitely check. And like, those are wood. They're so cute. I'm so excited to use these. I'm not sure which cage I'm going to put them in, but I'm definitely going to use them and put them somewhere. I think I'm going to do like some fleece, some paper. I'm not sure what else, but I can put all kinds of things on that and let them just rip it off. Maybe different kinds of paper. That could be fun. So yeah, super clever for $1.25 for a practically free rat toy. Can't beat that. I bought this from Lowe's. Thought I was recording and I wasn't, because I want to put that bin in place, and I realized that I accidentally made a mistake and I wired the hardware cloth and the lid to the outside edges. You can see that here and here, and I did that all the way around. So now I can't actually remove the lid in order to clean the top level like I wanted. So I have to cut all of those and redo them. I could not find metal zip ties. They did not have any, which is very frustrating. They save me so much time, and they hold up really way better. But you know what? It is what it is. I'll make it work. But now I have to cut all these different wires, which is why I have that spool of wire, because this is what wrapped the outside of the hardware cloth roll that I bought. So I don't have any more of that. So I bought some new so I can fix this. Then I can take this piece off, add my bins in, and I bought the bolts and stuff so that I can drill holes in the bin and fasten it to the cage bars. I should already have wing nuts that match this. I hope I have enough, but we're going to make do with what we've got, because I do not want to spend any more money on this project if I can help it. So this is a plan for later this week to work on, and I'll keep you guys updated. All right, this was my big purchase this month. I wanted some different hides for in my maternity cages. So I bought these from Rat Prints, and I asked them to customize them so that the lid could be removed from the top, which you can do with 2 hands very easily. The reason I wanted this is I don't like having to lift the hide out of the cage every single time I check on my babies, which during the first couple of weeks I'm checking them every day, every other day, something like that. And I don't want to have to like mess their nest up every single time. Not all my moms choose to use a hide, but I like to give it to them as an option. So this way I'm only going to have to mess it up when I actually clean the cage out. And that way I also don't risk, when I set this back in, smushing any babies, because I can put this in, lid off, and put babies inside, and then put the lid back on and not worry about babies getting caught under the edge. I keep trying to cover up my camera because I'm filming this with my phone flipped the wrong direction. So I'm very pleased with this. They did a fabulous job. I actually had an issue where they accidentally sent me the wrong lid for one, and they were super fast to send me a new one to replace it, and super sweet people. So highly recommend Rat Prints. They are really fast to fix any issues you have, and they're super nice. And their products are really reasonably priced. This was expensive for me, but it was worth the cost because I shouldn't have to buy any more. Unless the rats just chew them all to smithereens, in which case I'll replace them, of course. But very happy with that. I had hunted everywhere to find something, and everything else had a solid bottom, which I did not want, because I didn't want to have a bottom that would hold pee and everything in. I wanted it open on the bottom with a removable lid, and I wanted the lid flat so I can scatter feed up here, and Mom has a place to hang out if she wants to get away from babies. So these are perfect. I'm so excited. This is the silo hide. I don't know if they're offering this version on the website or not, but you could probably contact them if you really wanted it and see what they can do, because that's what I did. So yeah, highly recommend. Didn't buy this. This came from my Buy Nothing group. Someone was getting rid of cardboard tubes, and all I could see was like this. And I thought, oh yeah, I can take those. And then I got to the house. That's like a garbage bag sized bag full of cardboard tubes, toilet rolls, paper towel rolls, all kinds. There's some of these like thicker ones from like industrial toilet paper, some of the thinner ones. I'm so excited. Oh, and I've never seen this kind. These are like skinny, maybe from industrial paper towels. So I will not need cardboard rolls for a while. I'm going to make them all kinds of ladders and bridges out of these, and chew toys out the wazoo. Probably going to put a bunch in my Etsy shop too as budget toys. Since it didn't cost me anything to get them, I can make them super cheap and basically just charge for my time. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, so this will take care of my rats for a while. Someone remembered that I got corks from them and was like, hey, can you use these for your rats? And tag me in the post. And I was so thrilled. And I really didn't think I was going to get them because I was like the 7th person to post. But I was like, hey, if no one else can take these, I'm out and about and I can do it. And my rats would love them. So now I have them. They picked me, which is really exciting. I may see if I can pass on some to a few of the other people who commented, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to use all of these. And my family does save them for me too. So this is like maybe 2/3 of my stash. And I probably don't need any more. So I could probably share. Anyhow, if you don't have, haven't checked for a Buy Nothing group in your area on Facebook, even if you use Facebook for nothing else, I would highly recommend looking for that. It has been so helpful for my rats. I've gotten them toys. I've gotten them stuff for their playpen. And when I can't use something, I give it back through the group. Like that rabbit castle that I got in a previous video. I actually gave that away this week to someone else for their rabbit because I just wasn't using it and it didn't make sense to keep it. And I just felt like it was best to pay it forward since people had done that for me. So, cardboard tubes. Yay! Thanks for watching. Bye.